Greetings everyone. So today I'm going to talk about what you should look for when you're buying your next TV. Okay, so if you're in the market to buy a brand new TV and say you want to upgrade to the 4K TV or even the 8K TV, I'm going to tell you what you need to look for and narrow down the specs and the feature so you can pick out the right TV for you. First off, all the TVs on the market currently, the newer TVs, are smart TV. So what makes them a smart TV? Well, they have features that a regular TV never used to have. For instance, you can download apps to access Netflix and other things like that. And a lot of these new TV connect to your Wi-Fi to do software updates to sometimes add new features to the TV. Okay, so one of the most important things you want to think about when you're buying a new TV, and that's the size. Now, the size you choose is all going to depend on the size of the room that you're trying to put the TV in. So the best thing you can do right now, if you have a TV, is to move it to that particular room. If it's not mounted on the wall, and put it in the spot that you would like it to be, and sit down in your viewing spot to judge the distance. If the TV looks like it's a little bit small based on your distance, then you want to up the size. If it's just right, then you can pretty much go with the same size. Typically, your living room is going to be the biggest room that you're dealing with. So you might want to look at a 55-inch or a 65 or even more, depending on the size of that room. If you put one in the bedroom, you probably can go with a 43-inch or even smaller, depends on the size of your bedroom. Even a 50, 55, you choose it based on your size. And you can do the same thing for any other room in your house to figure out what size TV you need. If you want to, you can actually use painter's tape to measure out the size of the TV that you plan on getting, then sit in your viewing spot and look at the little square on the wall to see if that TV is too small for you or you think you should go bigger. Okay, so now let's go into the features and the spec of the TV and what to look for when you make that purchase. Okay, so you have a choice between Full HD, 4K, and 8K TVs. The preferred one that I would recommend that you get is the 4K TV. Now, even though there's TV shows and movies through any kind of streaming service or over-the-air antenna that's still in Full HD, I would still recommend that you get a 4K TV because there are contents out there that will take advantage of that resolution. Now, if a 4K TV is not really in your budget, and there are some lower cost in 4K TV by not so popular brands that you can still get. And the popular brands I'm talking about are like LG, Sony, and Samsung. But you still have other companies too that sell nice TV like Hisense and Vizio and TCL. So there's nothing wrong with those brands also. I'm a Samsung man myself. But whatever brand you choose or you like, you have a wide variety of choice there. You can go 1080p Full HD, 4K, or even 8K. 4K is the ideal level that you want to start at. Now, if you notice, I'm not talking about the 8K. I would not recommend the 8K TV for now because that's not a popular thing. There's not enough content out there over the air streaming or any other source that gives you 8K video signals. So go ahead and skip past those 8K TV. They might look pretty, but they're expensive and there's no movies and shows yet to really take full advantage of those at the time of this video. Okay, so we talked about the brand and stuff like that, but now you have to deal with price. Now, you got to realize that if you spend less on a TV, that's what you're going to get. If you spend more on a TV, that's what you're going to get also. So basically, you're paying for what you get. The more money you pay on a TV, it's going to have higher quality pictures, better features, versus a TV that costs less. Now, you can spend about $500 on a 55-inch TV, for instance, and get a good TV with a bunch of features and 4K and all that good stuff. And as you go up in size, you can still get a nice TV for instance, a 65-inch for probably $900, $1,000. And these TV go on sale also, so you got to look out for the sales. With the holiday season coming up, a lot of these stores are going to have TVs on sale. So now is the time to plunk down that cash and get the TV of your choice. The next thing you want to look for in the TV is the refresh rate. Now, there's a lot of TVs out there that's pretty much 60 Hertz, or there's TV that's 120 Hertz. And I think I've seen some that goes up to 240. The ideal level that you want to get is the 120 Hertz if it's available. The picture is going to be a whole lot smoother. When you watch sports and stuff like that, it's going to seem more lifelike. So try to find a TV that has 120 Hertz refresh rate versus the 60. If you have to get the 60, that's what you have to get, but the 120 is better. The next feature that you want to look for in the TV is HDR. Stands for High Dynamic Range. HDR is going to make the colors look more realistic, and it's going to have a better contrast. Now my Samsung TV has that feature, and I can tell the difference between the TV that I used to have that didn't have the HDR built in. So try to add that to your list of specs that you're looking for in your new TV. Now you've probably seen this on some of the specs of your TV. QLED, OLED, LED, LCD. It's just a way of lighting up the screen, and they can be confusing. QLED is usually used by Samsung and Vizio, for instance, while OLED is through LG. And then pretty much any other TV that's a lower budget TV is going to use LCD or LED. Now I personally have seen the OLED TV that LG provide, and the quality of the picture is very vibrant and it's nice and bright. While the QLED TVs that's made by Samsung, for instance, they look pretty much the same to me. I mean, there's a slight difference there. It seems like the OLED has a little advantage over the QLED, but it's not that big of a difference because after a while, your eyes cannot really tell the difference and nuance about those things because it looks good versus what you have now. You know, it's like an upgrade. And then you got the LED and the LCDs. So those are kind of like a lower budget as far as the light technology that they use to light up the screen. OLED is going to be the best. QLED is going to be second, and then your LCD/LED TVs are going to be at the bottom. Now it's going to be hard for me to tell you which one of these you should get because everybody has their own visual preference. So the only thing I can tell you is to go to your local store, if it's possible, and look at those TV. Look at your LED, look at your QLED, look at your LCD, look at your OLED. And whichever one is appealing to you, you can choose to go with that one. But remember, the higher the quality of the picture and these technology, for instance, QLED and OLED, you're going to pay a little bit more. So keep that in mind while you're looking at those TV with that vibrant color eye candy. So if you really want my opinion about the LED, LCD, QLED, or OLED, you can just go with the regular LCD or LED TV because it's the most popular brand of TVs out there now. QLED and OLED have their own little pros and cons. So if you just want to have something that's good enough for you right now, LED, LCD is the way to go. But I still would recommend that you go to the store, look at those TV and see which one is more appealing to your eyes. Okay, so now let's go to the back of the TV. Now this is an area that you want to get as much HDMI port as possible, especially if you're going to hook up gaming system and any other external devices to feed into your TV. The more ports, the better. If it at least has 4 ports or more, that's great. I wouldn't get anything less than that. But also, it depends on the size of the TV. The smaller the TV, you probably have less port versus a bigger TV like a 65 or 75 inch. Now there's one port that you want to make sure the TV come equipped with. You got the HDMI EARC. Some TV will have HDMI EARC, but as long as I have an EARC port, E or no E, make sure the TV has that port because that's the port that you're going to need for what I'm going to talk about next. So the speakers that they built into these new TVs, because the TV is so flat, the sound coming from the TV sound like garbage. Some of them are very faint. You have to turn up the TV a lot just to even hear it or even hear some kind of good sound out of it. If you want to have that movie theater experience, you want to get a soundbar with the subwoofer that's attached, or it can be wireless. The soundbar that's going to be attached to your TV is going to breathe life into your TV as far as sound, because the picture quality is going to look nice and crisp, and the soundbar is going to make it sound real good. So make sure you add a soundbar to your shopping list when you're buying that brand new TV. Now the HDMI EARC port on the back of the TV is where you want to plug in the soundbar. So try to get a soundbar with the HDMI EARC port also. And the soundbar can also have the EARC. But if you're going with the EARC soundbar, make sure your TV is equipped with the same port so you can marry them together. If your TV only has the HDMI EARC, then get a soundbar with the same HDMI EARC, because you don't want to have them cross difference. They will work, but they're not going to have that full feature that you would if one is EARC and one is just HDMI EARC. So try to match them up as best as possible. Now, as far as the prices of the soundbar, you can get some affordable one and you can get some expensive one. Of course, the expensive one is going to have probably more features like Dolby Atmos, for instance. While if you just want something basic, then you can just go with something more affordable. I recommend that you get a 2.1 setup, which is the soundbar and the subwoofer that sits on the floor, so you can have some high and mid-range sound where the voices and the highs and all that stuff is coming from the soundbar, while the subwoofer is providing all the bass and heavy sounds like an explosion, for example. And some last things that I want to mention as far as buying your new TV. Now, you can wall mount your TV, or you can put your TV on a TV stand. If you're going to get a TV stand, make sure you measure it out before you buy that TV, because some TV has the feet in different spot on the TV. They got them on the end, some have them in the middle. If you decide you want to wall mount your TV, make sure you get the right size bracket to fit that TV. And that comes in different flavors. You got brackets that just sit the TV flat dead on the wall, doesn't move. You got some that can tilt the TV. You got some where you can move the TV from side to side. So there's different brands and style. And you also have wall mounts that mount the TV in the very corner of the room. There's LED lights that you can put on the back of your TV if you want to have some ambience light that bounces off the wall and give you that nice little low light look when you're watching your movies at night. But all these other things I'm talking about are optional. You know, you can choose to have these or not. Now, there's one thing that you might want to stay away from, and it's those extended warranty. The store offers these extended warranty, but those warranty doesn't start when your manufacturer warranty runs out. It starts when you purchase the TV. So therefore, if the manufacturer give you a 1 year or a 2 year warranty, and you buy the extended warranty for another 3 years, for instance, the store warranty starts at that same time. So if 2 years with the manufacturer, you got 2 years with the store running in parallel. Both of them are running at the same time. The difference is you don't have to ship the TV back to the manufacturer to get it fixed or replaced. You just take it back to the local store if you still live in that area and replace the TV instantly. But I wouldn't recommend to get the warranty. You can get it if you just want to get some comfort level and get one of those good power strips that has the protection in it to help the TV from being zapped by little power surges or the power's going on and off or any other situation that going on in your home or even outside your home. All right, so that's my little comprehensive guide of what to look for if you plan on buying a TV now or sometime in the future. So I hope this video was helpful in helping you making the decision as far as buying your next TV. I want to thank you for taking the time for watching it. If you have any more questions or comments, go ahead and leave it down below. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.